Welcome back and welcome to another book haul. This is going to be kind of like my December and January book haul. We could call it the festive book haul, but we're now out of Vlogmas, so maybe let's refer to it as the December book haul, because all but one of these I got in the month of December. So I have some books that were sent to me, some books that I got through doing a book swap, and then my book of the month book and another book that I also purchased recently. I don't talk about ebooks and audiobooks when I'm doing my book haul, but I could do if you wanted me to. Obviously it means I don't have anything to show you, but I do buy a lot of my books through Audible, or do the thing where you can buy the Kindle version and then add the Audible narration. So they do make up a chunk of my book buying. So let me know in the comments if that be something you're interested in. The first of these books was sent to me by the wonderful Simon & Schuster UK Books in the City. And this book is already out in the US and the UK, and it is amazing, and I highly recommend it because I've already read it. And this is Mr. Nobody by Catherine Steadman. The tagline is, he wants to remember, she needs to forget. What more do you need to know? This is a thriller and is just wonderful. It's very much a slow burn, and I really loved that about it. And then there's a ton of action in the last few chapters, lots of reveals throughout the novel, but then the last few chapters are just like action, and some bits that get just a little bit gory in like 2 chapters right at the end, which is a bit like, whew, what's going on here? I was reading it in the bath going, oh, I don't like this. But really recommend this one, and thank you to Simon & Schuster for sending it to me. The US cover is ever so slightly different, but it's very much recognisable as the same book if you're looking for it here in the US. Then I did a book swap with 2 of my Bookstagram friends. That was 3 fingers I held up there. 2 of my Bookstagram friends, and we kind of swapped with each other and picked some stuff off each other's wish lists. And Crystal, who was sending me books, sent me a couple of extra books as well as the books from my wish list. So she sent me one as an extra, as a birthday present, and it's very exciting because this one was on my wish list, and it is The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise by Dan Gemeinhart. I should probably find out how to pronounce it. And this is a middle grade novel that had been on my wish list for a little while, and she was like, you have to open it. I opened it, and not only is it signed, it's personalised signed. So it turns out she has a connection with Dan, the author, and so as a special birthday present to me, she got it signed for me. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. This one will probably be on my February TBR, because I'm already thinking about what I'm putting on my February TBR, having made a good dent in my January TBR so far. So I'm very excited to read this, and thank you so much to Crystal for like going the extra mile. Then she sent me another couple of books that were off my wish list. This one I did end up buying the audiobook for it because it was, the Kindle was on sale, so adding the Audible narration was cheaper, but I like the fact that I've got a physical copy now, because this is The Matchmaker by Katrina Innes, and I'd seen a lot of hype around this book over on Bookstagram, and I don't even know everything that it's about, but I know I'm going to love it, and I'm just really excited to read it. As far as I know, it's not out in the US, but I'm sure that you could get it on audiobook or ebook. It's 300 pages, and I'm very excited about reading it. I didn't put it on my January TBR, so I thought I probably wouldn't get to it, but it might be one of those that sneaks in because I am just excited to read it. So Crystal got me that off my wish list, and then she also got me this one, which wasn't on my wish list, but she had, I think she'd posted about it, or someone else that we know on Bookstagram had posted about it, and I can see why she sent it to me, because it's so me, and I probably commented on whatever post, whether it was her post or somebody else's post, that this book sounded so me. And this is Renegade Women in Film and TV. So this brings together my love of amazing, powerful, strong women, my love of film and my love of books, so why would you not? I love the picture of Amy Poehler on this cover. It's just, I can't stop looking at it. And then look on the back here, how cool is that? Ah, it's going to be so fun. And it's in the style of like goodnight stories for rebel girls, so I'm looking forward to sitting down and working my way through this one. Oh, look at Sigourney Weaver's picture. How cool is that? That's her in Alien, I now know, having watched the film last year. So very excited to receive that. And then she sent me a couple, she sent me a gorgeous bookmark we have here, which is very me, and then she sent me a couple of extra proof copies that she had, so she wrapped them up in a ribbon as well. However, I definitely remember seeing at least one of these on Instagram and going, I think I want to read that. And this is Creatures by Chrissy Van Meter, and I just love all the sea creatures on here. On the eve of Evangeline's wedding, a dead whale is trapped in the harbour of Winter Island. The groom may be lost at sea, and Evie's mostly absent mother has shown up out of the blue. From there, in this mesmerising, provocative debut, Evie remembers and reckons with her complicated upbringing in this lush, wild land off the coast of Southern California. And this one came out in the US on the 7th of January. And as I say, I'm sure I've seen it on some people's Instagram and liked the look of it. So I'm definitely going to pop this one on my TBR at some point this year. And then she also sent me what looks like a middle grade graphic novel, but I might check. Yeah, 8 to 12. It is a middle grade graphic novel. Here's some of the illustrations for you. And this is based on the New York Times bestselling author Cynthia L. Copeland, and it's called Cub, and I love the front cover. Breaking news, junior high is a jungle. Evie, Leah and Tammy, the predators, rule the 7th grade hallway at Litchfield Junior High. Studious and slightly dorky, Cindy and her friends are the prey. Cindy's defense is to play dead, pretending to be boring, so the mean kids lose interest and leave her alone. Then everything changes when Cindy gets an internship as a cub reporter for the local newspaper. Suddenly, she's chasing down breaking news with a bold young female journalist, and I'm sure we can predict what might happen from there. So I love the fact that she included some extras in there, not just books from my wish list, although I love the fact that I have books from my wish list now. And it just made me very happy to receive. She also sent me a gorgeous candle from Bath and Body Works, which is one of the fragrances I really like. It's really dangerous buying me smelly things because some fragrances give me a headache, some make me feel sick, but this is one I have had before and enjoyed, so I know I like this one. So thank you so much to Crystal. Then we have a book which I had pre-ordered on audiobook, and I haven't decided whether to keep my pre-order or cancel it now I've bought the physical book. But this one is Going the Distance, which is the sequel to The Kissing Booth by Beth Reekles. The Kissing Booth I read right before it came out, when it was this massive sensation. She'd been massive on Wattpad, publishing bits of the story, and then Random House, HarperCollins, the people that merged, bought it and published it, and I was able to read a proof copy. Very excited about it. It's still one of the most viewed reviews on my blog, and that was back in the early days of my blog. And then of course it was made into a movie on Netflix, and now she has released the sequel. There are two, there's one novella in between as well, and I kind of feel like I want to catch up with the novella before reading this one and maybe watch the movie. I did make a book versus movie video about The Kissing Booth, so I'll leave that linked up here if you haven't seen it, but I'm very excited to read the sequel. And like I say, I haven't decided whether to keep my audiobook of my pre-order audiobook or just to read the physical book. But I saw the physical book in Target and it was an absolute steal, and I had a coupon for a book in Target as well, so that's why I picked up the actual book. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. And then we have my book of the month pick for this month. I just picked one book this month, but I have put a hold on one of the other books from the selection at the library, which I sometimes do. But the book that I picked this month, if I can get it out the box, is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. And this one, I'd seen proof copies of flying about all over Instagram and people saying it was amazing. It's a thriller and it's meant to be really good, and I just love the cover. And then we've got dual timelines set in New York 1982 and New York 2017, upstate New York, not Manhattan, New York. Something isn't right at the roadside Sundown Motel for a very long time, and Carly Kirk is about to find out why in this chilling new novel from the best-selling and award-winning author of The Broken Girls. And then I like the style of the writing on the blurb and the inside cover. I just was really drawn to the cover of this one. It is a bit of a cover buy, but then people have been posting amazing reviews of it as well. And then because this was my, I think my 12th box with them, even though I have had book of the month for more than a year, I quite often skip if I don't like the sound of something. I got the book of the month tote bag, which is like really strong and really thick and has a book pocket on the front, which is the perfect size for a book of the month size book. And then on the back has book of the month, and it's vented as well, and there's even like a little zip pocket on the inside. Like, they thought about this. I know how expensive this is to buy if I wanted to order it. And then the book pocket at the front, when you haven't got a book in it, has a little magnet on it as well. So yeah, so I love that, and I like the fact that I got to the stage where I was entitled to receive it. I was just one book too far away from getting a free book for my birthday, and also a free book for the book of the year choice from book of the month. Next year, hopefully I will be at that stage still. So there you have it, my December, let's call it December book haul, festive book haul, holiday period book haul. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know what the last book you bought yourself was. Mine was Going the Distance, as you know. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so that my next video lands in your subscription feed. And I will be back with some movie reviews and book reviews and my Enchanted Fandom drinking vessel video for you very soon, so you're not going to want to miss that. I will see you then. Goodbye.